It's 8:30. Good morning. I'm Ian Crouch with Hunter News. Hunter New England Health says the Delta variant of COVID-19 probably won't be eliminated in the region. Mystery COVID cases and unlinked trains of transmission are continuing to show up. Of the 7 new cases reported in the health district yesterday, about half were infectious in the community. The source of 2 is being investigated by contact tracers. Public health physician Dr. David Durheim says they're trying to suppress the virus to buy time for people to get vaccinated.
Can we eliminate the virus in Hunter, New England? Probably not. We've seen multiple importations every week from Sydney, some of them legal and some of them less legal. And we've also seen importations now more recently from the Central Coast.
Meanwhile, the IGA at Shoal Bay and Good Health at Green Hills have been listed as casual contact venues overnight. A Lake Macquarie couple say they've been left waiting for an exemption from Victorian health officials so they can complete their move to Melbourne. They've been organising the move since May and have bought a property in the state and have already sold their current home in New South Wales. Bev says they only have a roof over their heads because the new owners are letting them stay, and her husband is battling prostate cancer as well.
It's also now gone to his pelvis and his spine, so he is in a lot of pain, and no, he's not the least bit well, but cannot afford to start chemotherapy here because then he won't be well enough to go to Melbourne.
Sydney Supreme Court will today hear sentencing submissions for former Labor ministers Eddie Obeid and Ian McDonald and Obeid's son Moses after they were found guilty of a mine licence conspiracy in the Upper Hunter. The trio were found guilty over a rigged tender for a coal licence for the Obeid family farm in the Bylong Valley. The deal delivered a $30 million windfall for the Obeid family. Justice Elizabeth Fullerton, who heard the case without a jury, said she was satisfied they conspired for Ian McDonald to breach his duties as a minister. All three are facing possible jail time and will appear via video link today. A new large air tanker will bolster the Hunter region's firefighting resources this fire season, with the federal government committing $4 million annually for the lease. The new aircraft will have the capacity to drop more than 15,000 litres of water or retardant and can be deployed quickly based on need. Lion MP and Minister for Regional Health Dr. David Gillespie says it's a vital piece in the region's firefighting arsenal.
This tanker, though, is a really important bit of kit to drench and protect houses and vulnerable areas next to urban settlements if and when big fires break out.
Ongoing coastal erosion has now exposed parts of the Stockton Tip. At least 5 metres of sand has been stripped from the north end of Stockton Beach in the last few days, exposing geofabric used to line the area. Around 8,000 cubic metres of waste was transferred to the Summerhill Tip when the area was last exposed in 2018. Plans are underway to excavate buried waste from the site, while Crown Lands says work will be undertaken as soon as possible to secure the site with more fabric and sandbags. The Jacobson Group have announced a proposed development for a 20,000-seat amphitheatre and adjoining international hotel and Olympic Standard Equestrian Centre for Pecolbin. The development is set to be built on a 90-hectare site on McDonald Road and is expected to offer ongoing full-time employment opportunities for the Cessnock community. Project manager Bob Scott says the Jacobson Group has experience in this type of project.
This particular project is unique in the sense that it will have an undercover section. Up till now, there's only ever been pop-up, if I could call them that, pop-up amphitheatres. They put them up, then pull them down. This will be a permanent structure with that'll seat some 8,000 people undercover.
2NURFM Sport.
The Newcastle Knights are gearing up for their elimination final against the Eels on Sunday. Captain Jaden Brayley returns after a week off alongside Heimel Hunt, Mitch Barnett and Daniel Saifidi, who makes his comeback from a knee injury. Utility Connor Watson says just making the finals is not enough.
I remember post-game, we lost last year, as he spoke about, remembering this feeling and using that as some of the drive for this year. So the boys have definitely sort of remembered that feeling and remember how hurt they were. So we don't want to go through that again.
Meanwhile, halfback Mitchell Pearce has accepted that the Knights' attack has not been good enough this year, but Pearce says all the focus is on getting it right for this weekend's match.
Parramatta's been up the top there for a few years now. They'll be ready to go, no doubt about that, and so will we. So it's going to be a tough challenge. Both teams, I'm sure, will be preparing as well as they can.
The Newcastle Jets are preparing for all outcomes as COVID lockdowns threaten to delay the A-League season. Executive Chairman Shane Matisky says the players are not being distracted by external factors. And Newcastle will host the Australian pub fishing competition for the first time, getting underway in February 2022. That's sport. I'm Patrick Alderton.
And the winning numbers in Oz Lotto are 10, 19, 21, 27, 29, 32 and 41, and the supplementaries are 14 and 15. And now you're up to date with the latest 2NURFM Hunter News.